Alexandria.
I'm Julian.
Welcome to Unorthodox Vintage.
I like to refer to Unorthodox as like the consumer revolution, because a lot of energy is put towards fast fashion and things that come and go, but vintage is sustainable. So it's putting emphasis on the fact that it doesn't have to be one wear. It doesn't have to be something that you purchase and forget about. It's something you're gonna love and continue to fall in love with. We operate two separate vintage brands. So I do women's apparel, women's vintage, and the name for that is She Thrifty Apparel. And Julian has Sir Chances, which is men's apparel. And so operating those two separate brands allowed us to bring both of those under one house. So it was kind of like the perfect marriage. Like, we both can stay in our lane and it could be under one space to be able to service as many people that want vintage and want thrifted clothing.
I decided to move from online to doing pop-ups in the pop-up shops probably 6 or 7 months in. Like, you start out online and then you kind of get some traction, some more money, invested. I did 3 or 4 yard sales, and then I started doing pop-ups. And then from pop-ups, I went to the pop-up shops to Unorthodox.
We didn't necessarily have a business plan. We didn't necessarily have like this momentum of this is the goal. It was like, you're doing your thing over here, I'm doing my thing over here. There's an opportunity for us to expand. We did all of this with less than $10,000. And that's including all the inventory and our rent and our insurance. Like, we had what we had. We didn't have any loans. We didn't have any. Oh, actually we did. We had one loan.
Small loan.
It was a small loan from a friend who was like, I want to help you guys, but we didn't take out, thousands of dollars to do this. We had money saved from doing pop-ups. That's how me and Julian made a lot of our money, doing external pop-ups. And we saved it. And at that time, we had our number. And we were like, okay, we have this number to work with. Let's see what we can do.
I went to a trade school, so I went to culinary school, and I was a chef and a baker. I was super passionate about that. That's what I wanted to do. And then I think at one point, I just started thrifting and the pandemic hit, and I kind of saw that like there was a pathway out of the service industry into being my own boss and opening up my own business, making my own hours. That was the main thing. Like, I didn't want to wake up early. I didn't want to stay late. I wanted to set my schedule, do my own thing. And those are all really like my pillars. Like, I want to be comfortable. I want to make money. I want to make money with someone, not for someone. And I will quit a job as soon as I have to. So very, very Gen Z. It's important to be my own boss just because I want to be in control of my schedule, of kind of what I do day to day, but also help people as much as we can. Like, the people that we hire, we want to make sure that we pay them a good wage. The people that come to shop, we want to make sure that we're giving them good value. And whenever that all happens and you see it happening, it just makes you feel better than seeing just like numbers on a screen or just knowing how much sales you made. Like, I think of it more as like these pieces sold today rather than like we made this much money.
Yeah. I think that being my own boss chose me because I kept leaving jobs. I believe that, you want to be fulfilled and you want to be happy and in whatever you do. And I kept getting these like jobs that I was qualified for. And I was just miserable. And when I felt that, I was like, I think it's time for me to leave. When I launched my Etsy shop, I knew that I was launching a business. But it was really when I was able to problem solve and like pivot that I was like, I'm a business owner. Like, I know what I'm doing. I got this. It took that. It took really getting through the grit and like the challenges and knowing that you were not going nowhere and you were not giving up that I fully was like, I own a business. I am my own boss. And I'm here to see it through.
For me, I knew that it was time to go when I started thrifting, and I asked for a raise at one of my jobs, and I was making 11, and my offer was $11.50, and I was like, I can go sell t-shirts for more than $11.50. I just knew that betting on myself and doing this, I would be happy.
When we opened the store, I realized that I had to give it my all. Like, operating this and figuring out the systems and like how the store was going to run every day, I knew that my energy and my focus couldn't be anywhere else. I'm very type A, and I like to have security and a plan, and entrepreneurship doesn't always provide you with that. You really just have to trust your instincts and go with your gut. I think keeping the passion alive really is like a self-reminder every day of like why you're doing it. And for me, I do it because I love it, and I also really believe in the sustainability of thrifting. When we signed the lease, I felt amazing. It was a tall feat to take on, to do. And the fact that it was actually happening, and then when we moved in, it was empty. I don't know, it was like this like feeling of when you get your first apartment or something, and you're like, this is ours. This is ours to do what we want to do with it and to make it an experience for people. And it was a proud moment for me, and I was thinking about my grandma and my mom, and I'm just like, they're gonna be so happy. They're gonna be so proud of me.